Hello everybody, in this video I want to show you how you can add a link on your teacher page on your school's website that will take visitors out to some external website. So I can add a link on my teacher page that maybe takes students out to Google Classroom, or maybe I can add a link that takes people out to my teacher homepage, like maybe if I built a website using Google Sites or something like that. So this technique will work for any external website that you want to link to. Here's the process. It's pretty simple. You're going to first navigate to your school's homepage. Then you're going to navigate down to the bottom and find the sign in button. Once you click that, then you're going to log in to your Schoolwires account. Usernames are typically last name and then your first two initials, and your password is whatever you set it to the first time you logged in. You're going to click sign in here. And then you'll notice once you do, nothing really changes except down here on the bottom, now you have this area called My Options. So once you're signed in, then you have My Options. And when you click My Options, one of the things you're going to have is the Site Manager. This allows you to go in behind the scenes and edit your teacher page. So when I click Site Manager, it's going to open this up in a new tab. Now, mine's going to look a little different than yours since I've got admin stuff for lots of different sites here in the district. But basically, when you log in, what you're looking for is you're looking for your teacher page over here on the left somewhere here. So I'm going to navigate to teacher pages, and I can see all of these different ones. You might have just yours. Cassidy, I'm going to go into yours right now. I'm going to pretend to be Cassidy. So all you have to do is go into your teacher page. And once you're in here, you'll see you'll have a couple of different sections: about, course description, assignments. From here, you can edit and modify any of these pages. But what we're going to do today is we're going to add a new page down here. And when somebody clicks this new page, we want it to pop them out to a different website. So I'm going to click New Page. And then it says, what kind of page do you want? The one that I'm going to select for this is a blank page. And it really doesn't matter what you pick because we're going to be editing this in just a second. So I'm going to pick blank page, and then I have to give it a name up here. So I'm going to call this one Google Classroom, since that's what I'm going to link to. But this is basically going to be the name of whatever this link is going to be, and you get to set it. So I'm going to click Save and Exit. And you'll notice over here, we now have a new page called Google Classroom. And if I click this, this page is empty right now. But I don't want this to be a page that lives on the school website. I want this to actually be a link out to my actual Google Classroom. So how do I get that link to happen? I'm going to go over here to the Actions area to the right of this. And you'll notice one of the options that you get is Page Options. So you're going to click Page Options. And in here, you've got a bunch of things. Do you want to edit the name of the page? Do you want to hide this from navigation? Do you want to always show pages? Do you want to show a bullet image next to this page? I'm going to leave the default on for this. And you'll notice over here, you get a box that allows you to put in a link to another website. So now what I need to do is I need to go get a link. Do I want a link to my personal Google site that we've been building? If so, I would just copy this URL up at the top, and that's what I would use to paste in there. But for this one, I'm actually going to paste a link to my Google Classroom. So I've gone over to Google Classroom, I've opened it up, here's Mr. Rothy's class, and here is the direct link that would take somebody to this classroom. So I'm gonna copy this up here, the URL, just highlight it and then do Control-C. And now I'm gonna go back over here to my Schoolwires page, and I'm gonna paste that link in here. Control-V will allow me to paste it. So when somebody clicks this thing that says Google Classroom, it will take them to this website address. Now, the last thing you have to decide is, do you want this to open up in the same window instead of the school website? That's not the way I like to do it. I usually like when somebody clicks that link for it to open up in a new tab. And so that's the way I want it to work for me. So I'm just going to change that drop down. That part is up to you, though. After that, all I have to do is click Save, and I want you to notice what happens. Over here, instead of that little page icon I had before, it gives me this little link out to somewhere else. Take somebody out to Google Classroom. And now I can test this just to make sure it works. If I click over here on View Website in the top gray bar area, it will pop out a little preview of what this page looks like. So here is Cassidy's page, and you'll notice she has a new area down here called Google Classroom. If I click this, you'll notice it opens up my Google Classroom in a new tab. Now, I'm already logged into my Google account, so if your students are already logged in and they click it, boom, it'll take them right over here. If, however, your students are not logged into their Google account, when they get here, Classroom will notice that they don't know who that student is, and so they will prompt the student to log in before they can access this page. One other thing to note, since our parents do not have redlandschools.net accounts, they will not be able to access Google Classroom directly. So even though I put this link over here, the only people that will successfully be able to get to it are students that are enrolled in my Google Classroom and are logged in with their RUSD Google accounts. So that's it. You can use the same process to link out to any website I want. Heck, you could put a link to Clever on here if you wanted to. You could put a link to any website that you want your students to be able to access quickly, and then it just lives over here on your teacher page. I hope that was helpful.